Guys, what is going on? I am out of weed, and we have a dip in the market. Oh my god! Oh my god! Are you guys scared? Are you guys scared? I mean, like, are you guys really scared right now? No. You're not scared because this isn't a big deal, and you're still buying. And we don't get scared. This is nothing. We are still 2, 3x, 4x our money right now. There's no big deal. But today's a boring day for the market. This is boring to me. I'm bored. And so on a boring day, we talk about investing and being patient. And I want to reiterate to you guys that there will come a day where people are talking about crypto as if it were the stock market. There will come a day, probably in 5, 10 years, where there will be no more Bitcoin volatility. There won't be this, oh my God, I don't know whether Bitcoin's a safe investment or not. Instead, like, you're going to hear people, yeah, I take 10% of my whatever my earnings are, and I put it into Bitcoin every month. And that's that's going to be normal. And then they're going to start talking about Ethereum, be like, oh yeah, I got Ethereum back when it was $3,000. Ethereum's going to go to $25,000, $30,000. This is the future markets. Tokenization, different currencies, being able to send different forms of currency. So this is what we've been limited by in our time, is we've been enslaved by the fiat dollar. And it's just now that it's been 100 years of slavery for us in the fiat system, and we're finally able to now break through the curtain and see on the other side. And what's on the other side is a big-ass money printer and our purchasing power being liquefied, and the price of assets and necessities increasing, collectibles, crypto, food, water, anything that has some sort of intrinsic value is increasing. And I want you guys to know that this little blip in the market here, all this red, see this little bit of red here? This is all part of the plan. And some of you guys, maybe you're new here, maybe you're new to finance, maybe you're new to the world, but maybe you're still a peasant, right? Maybe you're still a masses, or maybe you're still a plebe, and you actually think that there's no conspiracies in the world. There is no money printer. Oh, everything's just going to go like this forever. There aren't going to be any riots or revolutions or rebellions. People aren't going to get mad that they literally pay taxes for every single... I mean, you might as well pay taxes on breathing at this point. I mean, go to a breathing tax station. Every time you take a breath, go deposit 10% of your breath. Because these motherfuckers are out to get us every damn day. And I'm here to remind you, on a boring day where there's no price action, that once again, it is you versus them, and I'm just the messenger. All throughout my life, I've known something was up with this system. Ever since I started to go to school, and then you're like, school indoctrination. Right from the moment we started taking standardized tests, I was like, what is this bullshit? Standardized testing? And I wish I had understood earlier that I could have invested sooner. But it wasn't until I got to college that you started to see the apps start coming out on the cell phones, and it made personal finance a lot easier. That's the cell phone made personal finance possible. Because before the cell phone, you had to go to the bank. You had to go to a teller. You had to sit down with some person, do some paperwork to get a withdrawal, to do a deposit. And now, boop, 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 touchscreen on your phone, boop, 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 transfer currencies between Coinbase, Money, Vanguard, Chase, sending dollars here, getting dollars back, sending Bitcoin here, getting Bitcoin back. So the cell phone has changed everything. And not even just with crypto and finance, but with everything. Dating, relationships, finance, travel. It's all changed from the cell phone. And Bitcoin and crypto are next in line. Internet commerce is just booming soon, guys. Now I've got, I'm a little bit more into my eBay store. I was selling stuff back in 2020, 2021, but not like this. And I think you're, as inflation gets worse and worse, I always talk about that, it's not going to get better, guys. So I don't, whatever like sliver of hope you have that like, oh, my rent's going to come down. No, it's not, bro. Your rent is not coming down, and food prices are not coming down. So you gotta be ready. So anything with intrinsic value is going to go up. And I am here to remind you that on a boring day, you need to continue buying. You need to continue looking at articles. What's causing this stuff? I didn't see anything in the market today. Literally, I didn't see anything on crypto today. There's probably stuff out there. I just didn't see it. And honestly, to be honest, guys, like, you could look up anything you want about crypto on the internet, but the plan is set in stone. Do you know what I mean by that? I believe the plan is set in stone. So they made whoever Satoshi created Bitcoin, Satoshi could be the FBI, it could be the CIA, it could be an alien, it could be anything, it could be a AI program that created Bitcoin. We don't know. So, I don't remember where I was going with that, but I'll see if I get back to that. But anyway, we don't know who created these coins, Bitcoin, but it's interesting that you have people who work on these other coin projects like Ethereum, XRP, and Cardano, who worked on the Bitcoin protocol. That's very interesting. So that makes me feel very safe with my investments. When I hear that Charles Hoskinson or Brad Garlinghouse or David Schwartz, any of these people, Vitalik, like the fact that they know the industry so inside out, the things that these CEOs say, like Charles Hoskinson is all about getting away from the fiat system. That's why I like Cardano. Like Brad Garlinghouse hates the SEC, going through that whole massive lawsuit with Ripple and XRP and the SEC. Like Brad Garlinghouse, I believe, is on our team. Vitalik, I don't really know yet, but Ethereum, I believe in Ethereum. So got to go with that. And then Bitcoin, Bitcoin's Bitcoin. Bitcoin's not going anywhere. It's never going to zero. It's not going to zero. I have been seeing some stuff on Twitter. I saw the Ray Dalio post again where he says Bitcoin's going to zero. And I'm just thinking to myself, whenever I see that video, I'm like, why would you believe Ray Dalio? Ray Dalio, I think he was the founder of CNN or something. He was a founder of a legacy media corporation. Why the fuck would you trust someone like that? Why would you believe anything that fucker has to say? Bitcoin's going to zero. Oh, what are your credentials again, sir? Oh, I created CNN or MSNBC. Okay, cool. I literally don't believe anything you have to say, so shut the fuck up. Now, if Brad Garlinghouse were to say something, or Charles Hoskinson, I take that more with a higher magnitude of weight, those words. Fuck Ray Dalio. Fuck Kevin O'Leary. Fuck Shark Tank people. Fuck Janet Yellen. Fuck Jay Powell. Fuck Donald Trump. Fuck Joe Biden. Fuck Kamala Harris. Fuck all these people except people who believe what we believe about the fiat system and Keynesian economics. It's downhill. It's inflationary. That's what this market is here for. So, on a boring day, guys, and on a boring day today, I'm coming to you with just reiterating to you guys why you're in this market, why you're not supposed to get scared out from this. This is nothing, and honestly, I believe we will go lower. And XRP was at 293 this morning, I believe. We're back up to 301. So people already bought the dip. You guys already bought the dip. So good job. We'll see what happens in the next month. I'm expecting some political news or some kind of world event. You're starting to hear all this talk about fake alien invasions and shit like this. I already knew this was coming a few years ago. Whether it's fake or real, it will affect the markets. Anything like that. The Epstein case affected the markets. The tsunami didn't. Whatever that earthquake was, tsunami didn't affect the markets. But some kind of false flag, false invasion, Chinese people falling from the sky onto American soil, whatever the fuck the thing is, it will affect the markets. It will cause it to drop. So don't be afraid when it happens. Okay, it's just the elites playing the system, trying to scare the shit out of you guys so they can buy more stuff. So don't get suckered into that bullshit. It's the elites fucking with you. Okay. Don't believe any of it. Keep buying. Keep managing your risk to reward levels, which means don't overinvest. Keep some shitty cash in the bank so you can pay your bills. There's this feeling you get when you're over leveraged. We've all been there when you've invested too much, or you've put too much into something, and you're like, oh shit, now I'm sitting on this, like my Green Bay Packers helmet. Somebody buy that shit from me, okay? All right, don't get scared. Keep buying. It's the elites. This market is here for a reason. It was put in place. That's what I was talking about earlier. Now finally coming full circle. This market is here. It was planned to be here. They are converting you to the new system. This is part of the program, okay? Whether you guys believe in conspiracies or not, I'm telling you, it's conspiracy fact. Now, get ready for a world event that's going to happen before the end of the year. I guarantee it. So just prep yourself. It's going to be some kind of political disaster thing, and you heard it here first. All right? Peace, guys. Thanks for listening. Bye.